And Elijah said, hey, Rashad. Oh, me and Elijah. You got these niggas on your side, bitch. And she like, yeah, I read. Bitch, shut the fuck up. You sound like a fucking munchkin. I don't care about what you and Elijah doing. Like, please leave me alone. Like, I was just so annoyed. Come outside just to talk, but I'm saying you done fucked a lot of men. Like, yeah, he making it seem like I wanted him, baby. Hey guys, it's Kingshad back with another YouTube video. Welcome. I would like to thank you guys for sticking it with me, you know, all these years of doing story times and stuff, and doing YouTube content. We only could go up from here. Y'all. Like, we're on the road to 1K subscribers this year. Let's do it. Subscribe. I'm gonna really show y'all what I could do this year. So let's go. Even driving home, like we was driving out the parking lot of our job, and he just blurted out like out of nowhere, like we wasn't even talking about the topic, but he was just like, oh, so Elijah okay with me driving you home, so it's okay. Huh? What? It shouldn't be the other way around, because I thought I was your man, like I was your boo, like what's going on? And he just says, he just blurted out, yeah, I've been talking to Elijah for almost a week now. After him telling me the truth that I was so longing for a long time, like 6 months. 6 months, I was guessing that whole month. I was confused on all the months whether if he was liking me or not. And mind you, so this is where I'm literally continuing the story time where we left off at, where he told me that he was with Elijah for 2 weeks. I mean, for a week. I don't know. The nigga lies, they lie, so who knows? They probably been talking for 6 months. Like, who knows? Everything in that moment, once he told me, blurred out. I didn't give a fuck what else that 32-year-old dumpling head-ass nigga had to say. For real. So after he told me, you know, tears was running down my eyes, and he was just looking at me like he really cared. And back then, and still to this day, I believe he really didn't care, because his actions was just like careless, very careless, like he didn't give a F-U-C-K. The thoughts in my head that were running during the time was like, why the fuck would you play with me? Is this real? Is this happening? Loading screen. In the whole 6 months of us talking, or whatever he probably will call it, because I don't know what the artist he call it, I literally put all my oatmeal cream pies in one basket. Y'all know I love oatmeal cream pies. Y'all like been with me from the beginning. Y'all know I love me some oatmeal cream pies. And sometimes these men like I was being loyal. I was stopping them from basically trying to talk to me. It was this one dude that I really liked in high school, but he was like very like DL, very shy, so he basically didn't really try to talk to me, but I knew that he liked me. It was funny. But he tried to talk to me in the time of me talking to Dumpling, and I said no thanks. I'm trying to get with somebody, and I'm not trying to ruin that. And I really was not trying to ruin it. Like, I'm like, this man took me out my birthday. No man ever took me out for my birthday, you know. Which is sad, because, you know, you deserve better. Sometimes you tell yourself you deserve better than the stuff that you go through. Because he still was, like, making me feel like, shit, not even toilet water, remember? Yeah. So after he tells me everything, he drives me home. He picks up somebody, I don't know, this lady. I didn't really care. Like I said, everything was blurred out. I was looking out the window like a sad puppy. It was really bad. But before we even, you know, before all this even happened, he gave me his little bone. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that. You know the thing that you smoke? I had it like in my pocket because I was like shocked. I forgot it was even in my pocket. But then once he told me, I knew it was in my pocket. I'm like, I'm stealing your shit, nigga. I'm stealing this shit with the weed in it. Yes. We're getting it. Yeah, it's not yours. It's mine. I earned this. Usually when he dropped me off, it's this big deal about like him, because where I live at, it's like complicated. It's like you can literally get dropped off anywhere, but the one I like to get dropped off right in front of my door, because it's like in front of my door. I work all day, you sitting your ass all day in the office keying and telling your business about your new man. I mean, that ain't even happened yet, but that's what happens. But yeah, so usually he'll be mad about dropping me off, but this time he was like in a rush, so he was like, I gotta drop you off, and I didn't even care. Usually I'll put up a fight and be like, no, I want to get dropped off where I want to get dropped off at. No, it used to be a big thing about that, like, yeah, a big thing. He drops me off, and then all I remember the rest of that night is I came home and I was editing my first episode of the series that I started, Let's Run to the Comments, on my YouTube channel. I remember me coming home, editing it. I was very sad. I don't think my family noticed I was sad. I just came home and started editing, and then I went to sleep. Next day I woke up, I was so emotional. I haven't heard from Dumpling since he dropped me off last night. But let's take some time, because this whole series I've been talking about everything Dumpling did. Let's talk about something I did, because let's be real, because a lot of people probably does this. I literally depended on that man for happiness, and recently, like, someone made me like feel bad about like depending on people for happiness, but it's like I feel like they also depended on someone for happiness, so, and it didn't work out. Like, it didn't work out with me, and now their heart turned cold, so they're not able to give what they gave to the last person to anyone else. And it happens, and all I learned is you can't let one rotten egg spoil the bunch. One rotten apple spoil the bunch, whatever they call it. I remember us having conversations about like my self-love and myself, you know, me depending on him, like you depending on me for so much, like this and that and this and that. I don't know, I just felt like I was happy. Like, girl, I worked and came home. I worked and came home, worked and came home. And then I met him, I worked, came home, this dude complimented me and all this and that, girl. It was a lot. It was a lot of new things that I didn't know that I could experience. I thought, you know, I don't know, but all I can say is that I'm still learning how to love myself. I am, bitch. I'm not struggling as much with it like I did in the past. When Mr. Right comes, he gonna have to come correct, okay? If you're watching out there and you're Mr. Right, let me know with. Let me know. Yeah, just let me know. I remember me being so upset. I cut my hair. And me looking back, I was saying like me cutting my hair was a way for me to cut all that bad energy out. Because when I was in high school, this teacher taught me like cutting hair from bad experiences is like cutting away the bad energy that happened to you or you know. So, and my hair was kind of uneven, so that was a plus. Y'all hear them dogs? Once I cut my hair, it was like the afternoon time, like around early 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock. And later that day, Dumpling did text me, and Dumpling was saying like, oh, I just want to be your friend. If you want to be my friend, then that's it, that's over. We can't do this. Why from jump? Like, I swear we had the best bond ever. Like, we was so cool. Every time we was around, we made each other laugh. It was giving besties for real. It really was. I ain't gonna hold you, but he started complimenting me. He started flirting with me to get what he wanted from me. That's when things start getting very complicated in my mind, because I like to overthink. I be overthinking. So after I cut my hair, after we agreed to be, you know, friends, Monday come, he's still picking me up at this point. This is towards almost the end of the summer. It's like July, August, because he did go on a trip like the first week of August, and it was the second week of, I said August, July. It was the first week of July. It was so much going on. So he didn't notice me cut my hair, and I was like, you like it? He was like, yeah, but in a way I feel like he knew that he was the reason why I cut my hair. And he was, I can't admit, he stressed me the fuck out. It's his fault. I was sad for a couple of weeks, you know. It was really a dawn on me. I think my family started in us because it was a system where I came home and then I immediately got into bed, and I was in the bed for like the rest of the night. Go to work, come home in the bed, and I didn't notice I was doing that for a minute until I sat in December and was like, damn, I really was depressed. Yeah, I really was depressed. Eventually, a couple of weeks go by, you know, it's August, so I'm feeling myself a little bit more. The haircut was really growing on me. Like, I really did like the haircut. I really enjoyed the little hair, you know, but I also want to grow my hair out, and that's what I'm doing right now. Yes. So I decided to go back on the day naps. Last day of the year, I was, you know, starting to feel better, and I made a promise to myself, and I told myself that I wasn't going to go any more day nap or, you know, just put myself out there, just focus on myself and focus on my bag. And if you watch this series from episode 1 to now, you know the beginning of the series, I said I did not want to go back on the date naps. I wanted to focus on myself. But I couldn't even focus on myself because I was so focused on the situation that happened at hand. I was flustered. It was a lot of emotions running through my head when I was depressed. Like, I really didn't care about a relationship anymore, but I still wanted somebody to make me feel good in a way. But I can say in that process, when I was like meeting new guys after a long time of being committed to Dumpling, I can say that I met some pretty cool people that I can say that I still talk to till this day. And like I said, a couple of weeks went by, so it's August. Things started to get very weird between me and Dumpling. You know, he agreed to be my friend, but it's like he low-key like taking away the things he used to do one by one, and which is good, because you did say you finally gave me the title of friendship. But it's like, dang, like I didn't really expect all this to happen. I really didn't. I could say one day on his day off, when after he told me that you know, he was fully dating Elijah, he called me on his day off. His day off was usually like on Thursdays, on Wednesdays, some Wednesdays, every other Wednesday. He called me. So we having a conversation, and then next you know, he was like, you're on speaker. Elijah's right here. And then Elijah said, hey, Rashad. It's just weird because it's just weird. I was feeling shitty again, and it was like I really was trying to be mature about the situation and just say it wasn't worth it. You know, it wasn't for me, but I just kept getting angry. Tears dried. Anger grew within me. I used my power. I honestly feel like he pushed this friendship thing on me like too early, too soon. Like right after you broke up with me and then you wanted to be my friend. You rejected me. That's where rejected me. I don't know what to say. I feel like he was trying so hard to be like close to me, but he just kept failing, because he always say something like, oh, me and Elijah. You
got these niggas on your side, bitch. And she like, yeah, bitch, shut the fuck up. You sound like a fucking munchkin.
I don't care about what you and Elijah doing. Like, please leave me alone. Like, I was just so annoyed. When he was talking to me then, I was just like, oh, okay, faking like I was happy. I was like, I'm happy for y'all. Oh, okay. One time on our lunch break, we went to McDonald's. He literally forced me to walk to McDonald's with him. It was good. Like, it was good. He knew I wasn't myself. After everything that happened. I was just faking like I was happy, but I wasn't. But he just kept getting on my fucking nerves. Like, I really tell you, like, he just kept rubbing his relationship in my face.
It's my man. My man.
What's the episode of SpongeBob when the episode when SpongeBob went to go get his driver's test and he failed, and Patrick ended up getting the driver's license and he get a free car. Patrick kept rubbing that license in that car in SpongeBob's face so bad. SpongeBob ended up going off on him and ripping the license, and SpongeBob ended up going to jail. That's how I felt. I felt like SpongeBob going to fucking jail. Like, what? Like, all my SpongeBob fans know, like, that episode, like, Patrick was just rubbing that license in his face. That's how I felt like with Dumpling. Dumpling was just rubbing that relationship in my face like I gave a fuck. Even though I did want him to be my... Don't judge me. anyways, we walk into McDonald's and it was good. Like I said, it was good. And we got the food and we're walking back. So we got back to our spot where we eating at, and we sitting in there eating. I started to eat my food, right? And then he says, oh, I'm moving in with Elijah. I was about to say his real name. I'm moving in I'm moving in with Elijah. You gonna help me move in? Why the fuck would I help you pack? Why the fuck would I help you pack? Why the fuck would I help you pack? Why the fuck would you even ask? At this point, I'm like, this nigga is really rubbing his relation in my face. And then at the moment he asked me, I immediately lose my appetite. So I knew, I knew I was really like, not myself. Cause I was like, it's like I bit into the burger, I bit a little piece. And then once he told me that, I wrapped the burger and I said, I lost my appetite. And he was like, eat. Like he tried to force me to eat. He was like, eat. Like, no, like I lost my appetite. Like you telling me that really made me lose my appetite. I don't know, I guess because it was feelings still involved, and it's like, why is he telling me this? Like I don't care. Cause you know, moving in with somebody, that's your nigga. Like y'all gonna be doing the doing it. And you know, am I really sound like a bitter ass bitch? Should I stop? Hey, call it what you want, I don't care. My feelings is my feelings, and nobody can make me feel bad about how I feel. That happened in like August, like the month after he told me about the relationship. And I remember also when we was talking and he was talking about when we was having a good conversation, he was trying to get me to be like, oh yes, I love you guys together. Like, oh my God, like he wanted me to be a stan or a simp for them two. Bitch, what? The #1 fan. I mean, no, why would I? The nigga just came out of nowhere for me. He came out of nowhere and then suddenly I'm threw to the side like a piece of trash. September 27th, I remember. So now we in September. I remember this day like it was nothing, because this is when he stopped Ubering me to work. This is the official day he stopped Ubering me to work, I think. Yeah. He started faking on me a lot, y'all. Like he really started faking. That morning, he usually get up early. So when I get up, I seen the message he sent early when he would work. He was like, he said, I'm not gonna be able to drive you. And yeah, cause I remember when he used to pick me up early, I used to sleep in his car because we worked at the same job. So he used to pick me up early because he didn't like coming all the way from work to his break, to come get me. Cause usually his break is when I'm just about to start going to work, so he'll run to come get me, which was kind of cute. Like he really came all the way down. Girl, who cares? Anyways, he texted me and said that he don't want a long. He was basically he was like talking to me like we already had this conversation and we didn't. He was like, oh, we get back to where we was before I met you. Remember? What? No, we never had no conversation, but the conversation does make sense because it's like, I'm not your man, but am I barking? Bitch. But you can't play Uno with people's hearts, like Uno out. Like, girl, you're doing the most. Like, you're playing with people's feelings at this point. You can't do that because certain people will knock you the fuck out. Certain people get charges over shit like that. But luckily, I've been raised right. My mother didn't raise a disrespectful ass bitch. My mother raised a gentleman. So I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt until I explode. And if I explode, there's no stopping me. And it's like early that morning, y'all know, like he was telling me that he wasn't able to drive me anymore, so I Ubered there. Now, that evening, he wasn't even, matter of fact, he wasn't even at work that day. That's why he wasn't able to, you know, pick me up, because usually on his day off, he'll come get me, but he didn't get me that morning, apparently. So, I seen Elijah. Elijah worked in the janitor department, or the janitor department, and I have big hands, as you can see. Once I started working at my job, I've been demanding them to give me extra large gloves because I can't work in food service and using small gloves. Girl, 3 fingers can fit through that, and that's it. So I ran into Elijah and I was like, let me get your phone number so you can hook me up with you know, anytime I need some gloves, I can ask you to get some gloves or anything else they might have that I need, because a lot of people be the plug in there. Like, a lot of people be hooking people up with stuff in there. Girl, after I asked that man for his number and he gave me his number, Dumpling literally blows my phone up and literally was talking all this bullshit. Why you asking for my nigga phone number? Like, basically talking to me like a nigga on the street. Why you asking my man? Why you asking for my nigga's phone number? Like, he making it seem like I wanted him. Baby. That turned into a big thing. So we was like beefing for like a month. We beefing for like a month. The rest of September, honestly. Until like the middle of October, almost Halloween. Yeah, he was still picking me up, but he was like, when it was time for me to give him like the money for my gas or whatever. I know, we friends. Why the fuck am I paying for gas? Friend will pick you up and drop you off for no gas unless you really need it. Like, girl, I need some gas, but you always had the money. We worked at the same job, baby. What you doing with your money? Let's not get into it. Let's not get into it. We will be for the rest of September, so let's get into October. October, once we started to be cool again, he still was like low-key mad about the situation because he was thinking I was doing some grimy shit. And me thinking, because y'all remember when early in the story time when I said he called me on his day off and Elijah was in the passenger seat. So he would always tell me when he called, he would always tell me like, me and Elijah be talking about you. What y'all be talking about? So I should have been on some grimy shit for real, and I don't know. I just should have been on some grimy shit because it's like, what the fuck y'all be talking about? Like, y'all painting this narrative, because I feel like he's painting this narrative just in case to save his ass, just in case I run my mouth. Yeah. No. Let's go back because I forgot to mention, in August, when I met somebody, when I was telling y'all I was going on a date naps and meeting somebody, I did meet someone and I told him about it because I'm like, I was in this mindset where you not the only one I can bag. I can bag a whole bunch of niggas. Like, you're not that bad. You're not this. You know, I had to gag him a little bit because he was thinking like he was, I don't know, like he had power over my head, which I wasn't like it. I really didn't like it. Like looking at me like lower, less than. So his response was, when I told him about the person, he was like, he basically was saying, oh, I'm glad you found somebody so you can get off me, but he can have you for now. For now? What do you mean? What do you want from me? And I caught that and I literally was, I didn't say anything. I just, because it was one of them days we was walking into the job and we was walking and we was talking. Because he wanted to talk because he knew I was depressed. Just keep that in mind. Now we at the end of November. So let me put in my brother. He went on a trip to New York. He went to New York around this time and my sister was in college. The two people that I talk to almost every day. So I was feeling really low on like support and people to talk to. It was like a regular day of work one day in November. It was like before Thanksgiving. So at this point in November, I forgot to mention, Elijah is working in the same department as me and Dumpling at this point. Dumpling is clingy. He want his man to work with him. And it was like almost time to go. It was literally almost time to go. Maybe like 2 more hours to go until we clocked out. So he comes upstairs with Elijah, and it's like 6 o'clock. It's like exactly 6 o'clock on the dot. I remember it was 6 o'clock on the dot because Elijah always come upstairs at 6 o'clock on the dot to get the dishes, to wash the dishes. 6 o'clock, and he goes upstairs with him. You know, like a scene like in a TV show where when they see their crush and they hide their face from their crush with the locker. So I'm standing in front of the refrigerator where we stocked like cakes and drinks and salad stuff. I hit my face like it was a locker, basically. They both was approaching the cafeteria and I literally hit my face like it was a locker. So he's getting the dishes. Elijah is getting the dishes. and Dumpling is approaching me. So as he approached me, y'all, he was like, oh, you mad? Oh, you see me and my nigga? You see me and my man? That's my man. Don't touch. That's my man. You don't have no man? Like, basically just rubbing his relationship in my face. And I was just like, my face the whole time was like, taken back, and a little anger built up. So we talking, and he looks around the cafeteria, and basically he sees like another individual in the cafeteria. He look a little young, he look a little taller than me, and I'm a tall girl, so if you're taller than me, I kind of want to see if you might be a little. He didn't look too bad neither, but it didn't. Long story short, it didn't work out. He told me, Dumpling literally was telling me, go holler at him, girl, like go talk to him, go, you know, get your piece. Long story short, I tried to talk to him and it didn't work out. He was straight, and I immediately moved on. It's funny how I didn't really even get emotionally hurt from that. It's funny because he told me from jump he wasn't interested, which I greatly appreciated. He still comes in my little workspace and he still speaks to me to this day. We always have conversation. He always talk about things that he got to do. And I think his birthday coming up, so when next time I see him, I'm gonna tell him happy birthday. You see, like, I like when people are straightforward and not playing with my emotions. Don't play with my emotions, Smokey. After he was telling me to go holler at him, he goes downstairs with Elijah. Now, my co-worker, this is like literally my mother, my fake mother at work. She will always reassure me that I wasn't an issue. That man was the problem. It wasn't me. I tried my best, and God gave you a reason why you shouldn't even try no more. She was always like there for me, for real, when I always, you know. And a lot of other people too. Let me not just, a lot of other people was there for me when I was going through this, and they still are. They still check up on me when I'm at work, and yeah, I really do appreciate that. I appreciate how people were seeing it from my point of view and not seeing it, because a lot of people can paint a narrative against you. I'm talking to her, but as I'm talking to her, I'm getting very heated and like very angry. So y'all know what I did? I ran down there and I was like, stop rubbing your motherfucking relationship in my face. I don't care about your relationship. I'm going off, y'all. I'm going off. I said, bitch. Well, I didn't call him no bitch. I said, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Like, all I remember me saying, stop playing with me. So I goes upstairs. Now, around this time, I used to leave my stuff in the locker. I had my own locker. I still do, but it's like I try to keep my distance from downstairs because a lot of people are homophobic in there, and that's a different story for real. He was trying to talk to me after I cussed him out, but I wasn't hearing it. I just kept walking. He was like, hold up, wait, and no, like, I'm fed up. So I go back upstairs, and then my shift is done. It's 7 o'clock, boom. My stuff is still downstairs. Dang, like, why didn't I cuss him out and just get my shit and go upstairs? So I go downstairs, I grab my stuff, and I'm trying to like sneak. I'm trying to like creep. I tried to creep, but he caught me. He was like, let's talk. Like, let's talk about this. Cause it's a Friday and I didn't work this weekend, so we wouldn't see each other for 2 days. So he didn't want to, I guess he didn't want to go into the weekend with a bad spirit between us. Because we just got out of a big argument in September because he thought I was trying to talk to his nigga. That wasn't the case. And I don't think it never would be the case. It's funny because dudes be always trying to talk, but like, for what? We already said what we had to say. Call me outside just to talk, but I'm saying fuck the line of thing. I can name you was tripping. I'm in my feelings. You wanna fix it? Talk about all the times trying to hang around my mind. Yeah, baby, it's over cause I'm saying it is. Out with the old shit, ain't like no more bitches, and I hate taking no more. done with that shit. Call me outside just to talk, but I'm saying you done fucked a lot of men. Like, yeah. He always wanted to, let's step outside, let's go talk. While he smoked his cigarette. Cigarette kills, stop smoking. From your ex-work husband, if you watch this video, stop smoking. The conversation, I don't remember the conversation. All I remember one little part when he was telling me, my manager. Like I said, I was depressed. And this is October now, so my manager came to him because, you know, in the last video I said he let everybody know that we were a thing. So they still thinking we're a thing. So they still calling me when I don't know where he at, and they still calling him when he don't know where I at, because we separated. Things separated. Things are getting back to normal before I met him at this point. Like, yeah. But anyways, he was telling me how my manager came to him and told him they was planning on firing me. He blamed it on himself. He was basically saying, it's my fault, we went through some stuff. But still, it's like, it is your fault. So why are you giving me the attitude like you don't care and it's not your fault? So you know the tea, but you're not trying to consult me and resonate with me, because I don't think I used the right word, but who cares? Make me feel bad, I don't know. And also, when we having this conversation, it was another lady in there. I'm gonna call her Beautiful, because she's so beautiful. So I'm gonna call her Beautiful. Beautiful was in the room, and she was like telling him like, like you talking to him so funny, like why you being so rude? Like she telling him like, why you being so rude? And I'm just sitting right there just taking it. And it's literally almost 7:30. I've been in there talking to him for 30 minutes. I'm ready to go home. So we having a conversation still, and the conversation was over, and he was just like, his attitude was like, I said what I said, and I'm standing on it, which is good. Okay, good, stand on it. So stand on it, bitch. Stand on what the fuck you said. But yeah, after that, I'm going upstairs and waiting for my ride. So I'm waiting for my ride. I FaceTime my brother, because like I said, my brother was in New York around this time, so, and my sister was in college, and I did call my sister before, she did not answer, so I called my brother. And the next thing you know, as I'm like trying to explain the situation that just happened, the conversation we just had, I just busted out crying. The tears just start going again, and I'm just bawling, boo hoo 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 hoo, silly boo hoo hoo, crying at the front door. And Beautiful found me at the front door, y'all. Like, I thought she was gone. She was like basically like consulting me and basically just letting me know that things are okay. He's not the only man in the world. Like, you got this, you're a bad bitch. Like, she basically just lifted me up, and I'm low-key eating it, because it's like, why am I crying over this man? A man that always asking me for money, a man that never put me first, a man that never keep his promises. Is this what I'm crying over? But I'm still crying, girl. I'm crying. I go home. Now, it's December. Cold December's lonely cold. Oh my God. I really was still feeling bad in December, y'all. It was really bad, but things like between me and Dumpling was completely separated at this point. No ride home, no ride there. Because at one point, he stopped picking me up and he was just driving me home. But then at another point, he stopped driving me home altogether because he moved in with Elijah. So Elijah was on the other side of town. So he wasn't even closer to me. But I was starting to really, you know, get okay though. But I still was sad. But what really tipped the iceberg for me is when I found out him and Elijah went to Florida together for the holidays. He played with the F-R-E-A-K. Yeah, I get freaky. Oh my God, I keep looking at the monitor because I look so motherfucking cute. Thank you.